Did you miss me? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Long time no see. My name is Nursey. For you guys who do not know, I do not post consistently because I'm not consistent. As you can see by my page, that is the truth. Wow, I feel like I haven't sat here and done a YouTube video in like forever. It probably has been forever. It's probably been like a year. I bought a camera. I did everything. I was like, this is the year, my grind. Like, I'm about to get back on YouTube. And then, I don't know. You guys are here for one thing only, so I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about a whole life update. But I feel like some of you guys who care deserve to know. We know I just don't have a passion for YouTube anymore. I don't know what happened. I felt like short form content was just way better than me, which is why you can catch me on IG and TikTok. YouTube is just something that's like a lot of time. Guys, I'm almost 20. When I started this YouTube, I was like a baby, which is crazy to think about as well. But yeah, I'm in college now. I have so much going on. So it's like YouTube is just, you know, it's not something that I really can dedicate my time to anymore. But I do want to dedicate my time to you guys again because I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of fun sometimes. Anyways, but today we are finally doing a makeup tutorial. And when I tell you I've done multiple makeup tutorials over the course of what, 2020 till now, so 6 years, you guys are never satisfied. I changed my makeup routine a lot, and I feel like I've gotten to a point where I have found my makeup routine. I've stuck with it for the past year, and I feel like I'm finally in a place where I can give you guys a good makeup tutorial because I actually know everything. I've dibbled and dabbled on a couple products, so I know what's hitting and what's not. Yeah, and when I say this video has been highly requested, kind of really can't avoid it because every time I open my comments, you guys are screaming at me. So let's just get started. First, we're following my makeup tutorial. So part of the makeup tutorial is a drink, and this is my favorite drink on the market. So let's just look. She excited for me. Ooh, okay. Bottoms up. Hits every time. Oh. Ow. Wait, nah, I'm getting waxed, bro. What the flip? So my first step in my makeup is to make sure my face is moisturized, make sure we're good, because we don't want to just apply a whole bunch of products on top of something that's not moisturized and good. My go-to, and I have not switched up since I started using it, is the Rhode Glazing Milk. This is my favorite product. Who is texting me? Yes, but this is my favorite product. I really love this product. I feel like it's just a good under the makeup base. It makes your skin nice and moisturized. It makes everything feel like really, I don't know, guys. I just don't. Just watch, okay? Like, let that shimmer down a little bit. And then my next step is going into my eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I just take a spoolie. I take a spoolie and I brush my eyebrows up. But I can't find where my spoolie is. Product on it. And I just go in and I brush my eyebrows up. I take a little bit of Edge Booster. I feel like Edge Booster works better than most eyebrow gels I found on the market. I haven't found a really good eyebrow gel yet. I heard Rare Beauty is really good, so if you guys want to go ahead and try that, I definitely would recommend. Let me know how it goes for you, but I just haven't really found one. The important thing I learned over the course of doing makeup for many years is that having your eyebrows done and shaped helps so much with everything, because you don't have to really sit here and like shape them a lot. I kind of do my eyebrows every 2 weeks ish. I have some sparse areas. You guys can see like right here, it's a little sparse. I like to fill those areas in only. And for that, I don't really use a specific pencil. I kind of just use whatever brown product works. This is the Rare Beauty like lip liner in the shade, I wish I can tell you. I think it's in like, nah, I can't tell you. I don't really know. It doesn't even say the name in it. But pencil that matches my eyebrow color and just go in on those sparse areas and fill them out. And on like the eyebrow hairs in the front, and kind of draw little eyebrow hairs to bring my eyebrows slightly a bit closer. It looks crazy right now, but then we go back in with that eyebrow brush and just brush them back out. I just do this and clean them up little by little until my eyebrows start to look where I want them to look. If you're playing with your eyebrows, you should get to a shape you want them to, or a base where you want them to. When you're good, stop. I personally do not carve out my eyebrows. I used to a lot, but I realized it just kind of like altered my shape a lot more than I would want it to, so I just completely stopped. With a primer, I just used the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, but this one's the matte one. I feel like this one works really well. In my like T-zones and pretty much all the areas I know I'm gonna put products that can crease. So like where I put all my concealer is where I put that. So I put it in these areas, and then I just blend that out, making sure it's not like really clumpy in one area. Like I make sure it's a really like smooth amount on everything, and then we let that dry down completely. Like you don't even want a little bit of stickiness on your face. When it's done dry, you should have like a light tack, but you do not want like it to be fully wet and sticky like how it looks now. Like as you can see, like, oh my god, that pimple is humongous. Just let it dry. So after that's done drying, you're gonna move on to the next step, which is now starting your base. I'm not really a foundation girly anymore. I used to be a lot, but then I realized like I don't like foundation. I feel like it didn't do much for me. But what I do get down with is a little skin tint. But yes, the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is in the shade 6 Tan Deep. I feel like this is a good way to even out any like discoloration on your face. If anything's uneven, it's a good way. This is a little bit darker than me, but I'm just, guys, I've been out of the sun the whole month. This is a really good way to like just get everything even before you start applying all these different colors and stuff on there. So I put it like pretty much everywhere but my forehead, because like I said, I do not put product on my forehead. I'm sorry guys, I just can't. I can't. Blend it out with a beauty blender. I don't really wet my beauty blenders. I feel like it picks up the product and moves it around where I don't want to, so I always just do a dry beauty blender. And then you're just gonna blend all this in, and when you think you're done blending, keep blending. Like literally keep blending. That's the way you're gonna get the smoothest results on everything. Just all the way down to your neck if you have to. It just makes everything look more cohesive and better. And that's why it's also important, like if you're not gonna put foundation on your head, it's important to get like a skin tint that matches your skin, so that it won't look like, as you can see, there's not a really big contrast difference between the makeup here and the makeup not there, you know? Now we look like this. We look flat, no dimension, but we're gonna change that in a little minute. Hold on. My next step is to cream contour. I do all my creams in this section specifically. So for cream contour, my tried and true, I've tried a lot of products. When I say you guys, like I'm gonna keep telling you that because I have tried a lot of products over the course of these years. This is my favorite product ever. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Too Faced Chocolate Contour, something like that. Shade Chocolate Mocha. So I basically just put here, under my nose, and then above my nose, like 2 lines like that. And then I do 2 lines going down. And I do like a backwards L there and a backwards O here. And then sometimes I put it a little bit up here. That's where I do all my contour. That's all you need. My favorite contour brush, when people would say makeup tutorial, like, oh, use this brush, I would kind of be like, brush for anything. But I swear by the Morphe brushes. This one is the M242. It's the cream and liquid bronzer brush. Oh my gosh. The cream and liquid bronzer brush, I love this brush. I just blend in place, but I always drag it up because we want to lift the face up. You don't ever want to like sag your face down. So you're always going to blend it more upward to like bring your face up. Obviously, the more contour you want, the heavier you go. I like my contour to look like soft. I don't like it to look too harsh on my face, so I always do a light amount. And then sometimes I'll bring my bronzer into my forehead, even though like I don't like to put makeup on my forehead. I just feel like bronzer, you kind of have to, low-key. For my nose contour, I always use like a fluffy brush like this, and then I just swipe it back and forth until it literally makes sense. Guys, if you hear my sister laughing in the background, please ignore it, please. And then these ones are going to be blended like kind of into your eyebrow / crease area. Yeah, you should look like this. You should look nice and bronze. Everything good. Hold on, let me turn off this light so you can really see, because I feel like that light. Oh. Like I said, we're doing all creams right now, so now we're gonna go in with our cream blush. And I use the Huda Beauty And this is in the shade Bubblegum, I believe. And then Made by Mitchell in the shade Strawberry Shortcake, I think, or Strawberry Milkshake. They don't put the shades on here. I've been looking for it every single time someone asks me, but I don't think there is a shade. Take the Huda Beauty one and I put that right above my contour in the highest point of my cheekbone. And this kind of shears out pretty fast, so you have to pack on a lot if you really want it to like be prominent. By Mitchell is very pigmented, so I kind of try to take like a drop of it and then put it right here as a transition blush. And then sometimes I'll put like a tiny drop on my nose. I'm gonna take another one of those like kind of bronzer looking brushes, and you're going to blend that as well upward and lift the face. And then I try to bring it into my under eye a little bit because I do like a little bit of a pinky under eye, but it's gonna get covered by concealer, so you're kind of like essentially underpainting everything right now. Like, I don't look super pinky. Matter of fact, I don't even look pinky at all. Hold on. Ooh. We're gonna add a little bit more because where did my blush go? But yeah, under eyes look nice and pinky. I wish you guys can see how it actually looks, but I feel like a lot of we're about to be a little bit dark because that's the only way you're gonna pick up how this makeup looks, for real. Time for concealer. For concealer, I also use two different concealers. I use the Huda Beauty in the shade Praline. Yes, Praline 6.3N. Put this in my inner corners of my eye. I put it on the side of my nose, middle, under my nose, and then I put a little bit out here. Like I said, everything we're doing is to lift and snatch the face. So I put it all right there. Little bit of a really, really light concealer. It's definitely not my shade. This is like Elf in the shade. Don't even know. I've had it for so long. Definitely expired, but I put a dot of that in the inner corner concealer. Favorite hack that I've learned over trial and error is to take a flat brush, like a kind of like a concealer blush. Oh my god. You're basically going to drag all that down, but let it remain in the section where you want to blend it. Basically spreading it until the product isn't clumped up in one spot anymore. Also helps that you're not like putting so much excess product where it doesn't need to be. Concealer brush like this, and I'm just gonna pat everything in the area. And then once I get to a part where I feel like it's kind of blended the most, Beauty Blender to literally just diffuse everything. Now just like spread it out, you patted it down in the area. This just makes sure that it blends faster and smoother, essentially. All blended, as you can see, it's just smoothly set down. You might see some like little blended areas here. That's just my way, guys. I take pressed powder. This is from Maybelline, and this is in the shade 235. I'm just gonna take that on a powder puff, and I'm gonna just basically put it all in the areas like right here where I don't want to crease, and I just want it to get mattified the fastest. Like setting all that concealer in place. It's all smoothed out. Now we are actually going to bake. My favorite and the only powder that I feel like everybody should have, you shouldn't even own another one, is Huda Beauty. When I say she does bake powder so well, like I've never had a miss with her. There's definitely something that's expired on my face because woo, my face is itchy. This is the Cherry and Peach Bake Duo. And then I take a powder puff, a good dip, but I press it on the back of my hand so that I'm not putting pounds and pounds of powder on my face. I'm just putting just enough to kind of do a mock-up of how much I actually want to use the first round, and then I go back in, take off a little less, but this time we're actually better start baking with it. I look a little crazy, but while I'm waiting for that bake to set, I like to work on my eyes. And for my eyes, I keep it really simple. A black eye pencil like this. I've had this for literally years, and I just take from my inner corner and just drag it out and make a line. And it should look something like that, and then I do that on both sides. The same thing on my outer corner waterline. I just drag it in. Same thing over here, drag it in. And then on the inner waterline, drag it in. Drag it in. And that's kind of how I get like my cat eye. effect. Alright, so then I take the same fluffy brush I used for my nose contour earlier, and I'm going to go in with a bronzer. This is one of my favorite bronzers. I haven't found one that's better than this yet, but I probably will. This is the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. I do not know what shade this is in, and if you think I'm gatekeeping, I don't. Like, I need another one, and I don't know what shade this is, so that's what's really stressing me out. I take some of that on a brush, dust it off, and then I just go and pretty much just go all over my eyelid with this. Okay, then I take my Makeup by Mario palette. I'm pretty sure this is the neutral palettes. And I take the shade Matte 1 and Matte 3, which are this shade and this shade. And then I take a small little fluffy brush. And I'm just going to put that in my inner crease. So right here. And I just pretty much just brighten that up. And yeah. My eyes are looking very like... I don't know how to explain it, but I like that look, but I also am kind of like, hold on, I kind of want to look approachable. So I then started recently going in with a cream like eyeliner stick, and I put that right in the middle of the black and the black waterline we did earlier. It kind of like opens the eye up more. I feel like usually what you would hear is to brush this off. I actually press this all in completely with the same powder puff. Press it in. I have this like cast of it. I'm gonna show you something. Made by Mario setting spray, and I just, and it kind of melts all the powders together. A really good product I recommend for that is the One Size Powder Melt. I have not yet bought that, but I've heard wonders, and that's probably going to be added to my routine next time, and I'll probably be using that during that step. So I definitely recommend getting that if you're looking for a good melting setting spray. Then we just let this dry, and then we move on to our next step, and we're almost done, besties. Like, it's quick. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're done. Everything is all blended, cohesive, and we're looking very smooth. We're now going to go in with all of our powders. So I'm going to take a nice brush to pack on our powder. I'm gonna use this one. It's a little angled, pretty cute. I don't know the name of this brush. Sorry, some of these brushes are like from like Dollar Tree, bro. Yeah. Take that, pack it on, and just put it right where we put our cream bronzer. And I just, as you see, we are going up. And you pack literally as much as you want until you feel like it's enough for you. Obviously, go under my chin. This is just so you can like lift your whole face. The same brush I was using earlier, and I just go over my nose contour. I just do a straight line across like the tip of my nose and then the bottom of my nose, and then I just go over the bridge again and blend it some more. So it looks like that. I would like to say I'm known for my pink blush. My friends would tell you, my family would tell you, my pictures will tell you. I love a good blush. I don't use one. I don't even use two. I use about 4 blushes. So let's dive into that. Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Bubble Bands. Oh, Bubble Bands, my bad. Juvia's Place. This is in the shade Volume 4 with Too Faced in the shade Candy Clouds. This is my favorite blush. So this is how we're gonna get the cute pink baby doll blush that y'all always see. With Fenty, because Fenty is the darkest out of all of these, and we want a nice transition going on. And we're going to take a pretty big fluffy brush. I downsize the brushes, you'll see as I go. Very hot pink. So we're gonna take the lightest couple taps and yeah, go back in. We're really trying to just get as much as we can get on this brush. We're going to go highest point and just press it into that area on both sides. Start to transition it down a little bit like this, but still keeping the focus at the top, like near your temple. That's one blush down. Another brush. This is a little bit more fluffier. We're going to mix both of these shades. Literally brush it across like that. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Dust it off. Now that's going to just softly go over that first blush and now start coming more towards your nose. Our smallest brush, which is going to be this one, and we are going to take that Too Faced one, which is the pinkest one, and we're going to get a good amount on there and dust it off. And as you can see, this is used, I'm hitting pan. And we're going to just take that and put that literally all under right here. Bring it a little bit in, it doesn't matter. we want as much blush as possible, and I'm going to show you how we can tone this down. But for now, we're turning it up. You should be pink as to dilute this and to bring back, you know, a cohesiveness. I take a very white, like literally white powder. I go back in with my powder puff, and I'm basically just going to put this where I put all the other powder. I'm going to carve out the sides of my nose, go a lot under my under eye because I like a bright under eye. And then we're going to also put it over the blush so that it kind of dilutes it a little bit. Now we are going to set our face again. This time I'm using the Maybelline Lasting Fix. When I say this makes my makeup not move, I've went swimming and still have my makeup on. And if you don't believe me, here's proof. Exactly. Shake it up. This is MAC Chestnut for the lip liner, and I just literally go straight in and line my lips, and that's how that should look. And then I take the little blush, the liquid blush we use from Huda, and I put that in the center and pat, no smear, pat. And then we're gonna use NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie as a layer on all of this. And besties, we are done. You can fix up your hair, do whatever you gotta. Well, my hair looks crazy. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I will be free to answer. I will be linking all the products in the description as well as on the screen, hopefully in this video. And I don't get a little lazy, but my 2026 updated makeup routine. This is the routine that I have been sticking with. This is the routine that you see on my post, and this is the routine that I love and know very, very well. So I'm glad I can share it with you guys. Hopefully you guys use it. If you guys do use it, tag me. I want to see how you guys look. Like, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hopefully will be posting more content soon on here. If not, like I said, follow all my other socials. They'll be linked down below because that's also where I'm at if I'm not up here. So love you, besties. Bye.